Hey traders, how you doing? Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today is Monday, September 8th, 2025, and thank you so much for watching this video, okay? I'll keep it as short as possible and hopefully point out a couple of trades that you might like. First, let's talk about the market. We are still in a bullish trend, and my definition of a trend is right here. We've got the trend indicator still moving up. We've got price above the T line. The T line is the 8 EMA, the black line. And the 8 EMA is above what we call our trend indicator. And the trend indicator turns green when price is above it and turns red when price is below it. When it's stacked like this, I remain bullish. Friday, that candle there was not great. It really wasn't. It did grow some legs toward late in the afternoon, and today we're still hanging in there. I don't think we're completely out of the woods with that ugly candle, but right now the market remains bullish. If we take a look at this chart right here, this is 60-minute on the SPY, but what I'm looking at is bottom right, and that's the T2123 indicator on TC2000. And that is still pointing to the bullish side, moving up. And our VXX is still pointing south. And that is, when it's south, it's good for the bulls. So that remains bullish. Let's take a look at the Qs real quick. The Qs are holding up just fine. We've rallied up. We're just doing a little consolidation here before we come up and maybe, let's do that right there. We'll put that there. Heading for a breakout. Once again, price is above the 8 EMA. The 8 EMA is above the trend indicator, okay? Oh, hey, before I forget, if anyone is interested, we have redone our trial, and our trial now is 14 days. That's it. It's $49. The first, you get all kinds of material with it, but the first week, in fact, the first day, within the first couple of days, unless it's on a weekend kind of a thing, you'll get a call from me. We'll do some coaching, and then we'll set up a call for our next coaching, and that will be on your second week. And you basically talk about what you want, but what I would like to do is make you very comfortable with some of our flagship strategies: the rounded bottom breakout, the pinball setup, the 3-8 trap. Anything there. So if you're interested, please sign up and we'll get that first call in there. So make sure you enter a good number that I can call you when you fill out the form. And I'll give you a call and we'll get going, okay? All righty. Now, let's, what are we going to take a look at? Oh, yeah. SOUN. This looks like it's going higher here. I did close mine today. It started to pull back and I just closed it out. I was up 56%, actually a little more. I closed it out at 56%. I'll wait for the next entry. And when we move up to this, say 1550 area, 1580 right in there, that might give us that next entry area. Let's see, make that there. Whoops, let me go get my arrow. Arrow in red. There we go. So I'll be looking for a little bit of a pullback, and then we'll look for another buy signal in there as well. And then that might carry us on up for that next swing. But right now, she's looking good. Guess I might have left a little on the table. Another one that I'm looking at buying is GPRO. Looking, by the way, doesn't mean that I'm buying it right now. I'm just shopping for it. So this needs to set up a little better for my entry, but it sure is looking good. And if it can make it above that, say, $177, $180 here, I think we get to 190, and then a successful 190 gets you to 205, 206, maybe even a little bit higher on GoPro here. Gilead is another one that I'm shopping for. Gilead, we're trying to break out here, something like that. should have done that right the first time. You know, if we connect just those highs right in there, that would be the downtrend line that it needs to break out of. Right now we're getting a flip from, see how we're going from red to green. Price is above the T line. The T line's not yet above the trend indicator. That's why I have not quite entered it yet. And then we are above the 50, and the 50 is moving up. So right now, this is looking pretty good right through here. We'll see what it does over the next day or two, but I could see a possible trade on that. Nice gap to the upside and nice profit taking on a pullback here. All right, let's talk about the dark side, all right? Because there is that chance that we give up the ghost here and we start to pull back a little bit more. Some charts that are setting up for maybe short is MSFT Microsoft. This is a blue ice failure, and that really is looking like a short in here. But what we need is the market to cave in as well. Otherwise, this might not get going. So if the market starts to weaken up, I'll be looking at something like Microsoft. Take a look at Dell. Look at Dell right here. Nice downtrend. In fact, let me just get rid of all that. There we go. Now, nice downtrend here. We've rallied to the downside. We've moved up. Got in trying to get over the 50-period moving average. It didn't work. The trend indicator is now below the 50. Price is below the T-line. T-line's below the trend indicator. Just the opposite of a bullish chart. This is looking short to the downside as well. I think VST might be looking that direction. Next moving average would be that 200-period moving average, and that's same that would be true for that Dell and that Microsoft. Okay. Another thing that we might look at is if the market starts to roll over IWM. While this remains bullish, okay, I'm just throwing this out there. If we do, then what we may look at is for those that can't short, perhaps, or maybe you can't short $237, something like that. We'll take a look at maybe TZA, and I'll certainly alert on that to members when that starts to move up as a buy. Same with the Qs. If the Qs start to falter here and get a little negative, one that I know I like to trade is SQQQ. If it starts to pop up, that might be a trade there as well. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be waiting on this market to give us a clear signal that we're looking south, and that will be what I'll be looking for is weakness in the chart, and I'll be looking for weakness in T2123 on the hourly, and I want to see a little bit of interest, more interest on VXX here, okay? Anyway, this is Rick with Hit Run Candlesticks. Thank you so much for watching the video, and check below in the description area for that trial if you'd like to try that trial. And please leave us a thumbs up if you like it, and leave us a comment in the comment area as well. Thanks a lot. Take care.